Does this happen to you every time you set up for music practice? A music stand can be an important part of your musical practice setup equipment, but if it's difficult to assemble like this one, it's really frustrating. I got so upset with this music stand that I basically tossed it out. It's scrap metal now. And that was actually the second music stand I had. The first one was just so small and flimsy that it kept falling over, so that one was useless too. Are there any solutions? Are there any music stands out there that actually work? Hey everybody, welcome to Rock and Pop Mandolin, your site for learning classic rock and pop songs on that lovely little 8-stringed instrument. This is another installment of what I call Mandolin Gear Talk. And yes, we're going to answer that question from the top of the video. There is a music stand out there that is apparently a good solution. It's this one, made by a company called Kraftgeek. It looks pretty cool and pretty sturdy. I'll take a look at it for you in this video to see if it actually will meet all of my needs and perhaps meet your needs as well, all right? But first, before we get into that, if you're new here, hit that little subscriber button down there in the lower right corner of your screen. It really helps this channel to continue to grow. If you are a returning subscriber, don't hesitate to hit all those links down below as well. You can pick up some products down there. You can get over to my Patreon page for tabs for mandolin songs, and you can find the link to this new Kraftgeek stand and a 15% discount if you buy it through that link. I'll explain that a little bit later. Let's take a look at this new stand here that's been talked about and actually won Best in Show at NAMM 2024. We'll see if it works for me and for you in this video. All right, the folks at Kraftgeek in California contacted me and asked me if I wanted to check out their new stand and see if it'll work for me and see if I liked it. And I said, well, sure, especially since I noticed that, as I said, it won Best in Show at NAMM 2024. It's also won some awards for design, so it looks like a really nice stand. Let's see, though, if it actually lives up to all the hype, all right? First off, it seems pretty sturdy. It's made of aluminum alloy, so it's sturdy but not overly heavy like a metal stand might be, or those old stands you might have been using, you know, in your high school music class or for classical music. This one is certainly lighter and more portable, but again, seems to be sturdy enough. But let's take a look, all right? So, the assembly part, that's always been the bane of my existence when it comes to using a music stand, trying to set the thing up and get it going. This one seems to set up really quickly with just a couple of twists and turns, all right? So first, you've got this little turning wheel on the bottom of the stand right there, if you can see that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just twist that once to the left, and bang, there you go. There's the legs of your stand right there. They just pop out, and then they're all set for you to stand the thing up. Next, you got the top of the stand here, so I'm just going to fold that up. There's one more little turning screw here, or whatever, turning wheel. You just turn that, and the top just moves into place like that. Easy as pie, right? Look at that, all right? Then you can just expand it. It's like a telescoping neck on this thing. There are no little turn keys or little screws that you have to turn or manipulate to get your stand fully extended. You just pull it up like that, and it goes pretty high as well. It goes, wow, it goes way beyond what I really need. But here you go. You can set it up for being seated like I am right now, or you can pull it up higher if you stand while you play. It's perfect. All right, now the top part of it. Now this is really cool. I mean, basically, you can open this stand with one finger. Look at this, one finger there. And for the bottom part of your stand. Then you've got the top part. Okay, there's two fingers. I cheated a bit there. And the middle bar here, there's three bars. There's one here, there's one at the top, there's one in the middle. Bang. Two fingers, all right? That is so easy compared to that other stand I showed you at the beginning of this video. Now, you might want to tilt it back a little bit to put music or a book of some kind on there, and then you could tighten this little wheel here, and you're ready to go. All right, now let's look at some of the features of the top of the stand here, which, again, seems really cool. And by the way, I really like the design of this silver-colored stand. You can also get it in black, which also looks pretty cool, but I like this one. They call it platinum at Kraftgeek. I call it silver, but it looks really nice. All right, so this first bar at the top here actually moves down if you want to move it up or down to support some music, sheet music here. So I've got some music here. I'm going to put it on the stand. The second bar here actually extends out to the left and to the right like that, which is pretty cool. And you'll see it has these little clips on it. It's got these little plastic clips, which really help you to hold your music in place. That's a really great idea, and it certainly beats the old clothes pegs that some of us had to use back in the day. Here we go, and on that side, I've just got that hooked up as well. There you go. You got your sheet music on. There, I'm just going to squeeze that in. Perfect. You got your sheet music set up there and you're all set to go. Now you can bring this one down to maybe give it some back support, just like that. Turn that down, and there you go. Beautiful. Sheet music all set up. Now, if you're playing outside, sometimes if you're busking or playing a gig outside where it might be a little windy, your sheet music might blow around a bit. The Kraftgeek stand actually has a really cool way of keeping your music in place as well. Just push this one back in, all right, and take this bar to the top. Now, move the middle bar onto a diagonal plane like that, and then just slide your sheet music into those metal clips again, or these plastic clips. Sorry, they're plastic, not metal. So here we go, on both sides, and pull it down. There you go. Your sheet music is now in place nicely in case of wind, and it's not going to blow away. So there we go. I'm just going to pull that up a bit. And there you have it. Your sheet music is solidly in place, all right? And maybe you want to bring this one down to the back, and that'll support it even more if you want like this. Another cool thing here on the front of the music stand, and this again will help you if you're using a book of some kind, a book of lyrics or a book of chords or something like this. Okay, there you go. I've got my little book of music here. And you can extend those bars in the middle out once again to hold the side of one of the sides of your book. It won't actually extend far enough to hold the entire thing, but on the bottom of the stand right here are a couple of little rubber strips. So this actually also helps to keep your books or sheet music from falling down as well. Another cool little feature of this Kraftgeek stand. All right, and now along with the Kraftgeek stand, you can get a few optional add-ons that are really fun and really useful for me, I find, especially this one. This is a little mobile or tablet holder that you can attach to the Kraftgeek stand, and it's pretty cool. It just plugs in or it just screws in right here on the bottom like that. So it'll just screw right in there, and if I can't, there we go. All right, and just a couple of turns of the screw like that, and there you go. You have your mobile stand for your phone or your tablet, right? So you can put your phone in there if you use your phone for things like backing tracks like I do. When I'm playing, sometimes I'll use my phone to cue backing tracks and jam along with them, which is really cool. All right, so here I have my iPhone, and I'm just going to plug that into this little iPhone holder, or this phone holder down here. Works with any kind of phone or tablet as well. So there you go. So if I'm using this to play live and I want to be able to see what's on there, I can just use that just like this, all right? And I didn't even have to take my phone out of its case, and it's still holding it nicely. And of course, if I wanted to cue some backing tracks, or if I wanted to do something else, or even videotape myself while I'm practicing, there you go. It's a cool little attachment. All right, but what if you use an iPad or a tablet of some kind for your music rather than sheet music, old school sheet music? Well, this little holder works for an iPad too, or a mini iPad like the one I have here. I'll show you how to do that. There's just a couple of little clicks on here. You click out this side like that, and you right there, and then you can just fit that in, and you can just squeeze in the other side, and there you go. You have your iPad to, again, cue music and to play along with whatever you want to play along with, backing tracks or sheet music or lyrics. It's right there in front of you, and it fits just like that. Isn't that cool? So you could put your sheet music on top like this, and then you could use your iPad to cue backing tracks or do whatever you like as you're practicing or performing live. Sometimes when I'm busking, I'll use that, connected up through Bluetooth to my amplifier, and I'll use that to play backing tracks while I'm jamming. All right, and another way to use this little iPhone or iPad holder is to just put it on the top. And maybe, again, you're somebody who doesn't play with sheet music, right? You don't bother using sheet music. You're a modern musician, right? You don't need that old school paper. Well, we can do this. Watch this, okay? So I'm going to fold this back together just like that. Look how easily it comes together, right? So now, if you just want to use this as an iPhone or tablet holder, just push it down, and there's also a little hole at the top here of the stand. So I'm going to put my iPhone or iPad holder at the top there, just like that. There, and now you have an iPhone or tablet holder at the top of the stand. So I'm just going to do this. I'm going to stretch that out, And there you go, bang, you have an iPhone or tablet holder now instead of a music stand. If you're a modern music player who doesn't worry about old school paper, there you go. Straighten that up and you're off and running. All right, and the final thing, the final attachment that you might want to get with the Kraftgeek is this optional light. That's also a really cool little device, and it actually screws into that hole at the top of the stand that I showed you earlier. And, you know, if you're playing a gig in the fading sunlight or somewhere at nighttime or in a dark club or something like that, a nightclub, well, you might need a light on your music stand. That's exactly what this is. Now, I don't have any batteries in this, so I haven't actually turned on the light, and I probably wouldn't need it myself. But if you do, there you go. It's another little attachment that sits right at the top of the music stand and illuminates whatever music you have, or maybe your lyrics, here on the stand. All right, and finally, there's one other attachment I should tell you about that comes along with the Kraftgeek. Actually, it comes separately or as part of a package. You can buy all of these things, the add-ons and the stand itself, as part of a package, or you can buy them separately. So this one is a very cool little bag that you can use to transport your Kraftgeek stand. You know, fold it up, put it in the bag, and it's got pockets here where you can put the light here. You can put the light in this pocket like that, and you can put your tablet or mobile phone holder here in your other pocket, and there you go. You have a beautiful little setup for traveling on the road with your Kraftgeek. So let's try and set this up and put it away. All right, here we go. So I'll take down my music here, take the music down and put that away, and then we're going to fold this baby up like that. Okay, just as I did before. Fold that up, these down. It's not quite up fully there. I'm going to fold that up, and then I'm just going to loosen this, and I'm going to fold it down here, and look how easy it is to set this thing up here at the bottom. You just slide the legs up and push them in, and then again, one turn just connects the legs together like that, like part of a pole. You just push that down, and there you go. You got your Kraftgeek stand all ready to go. It's actually very small, really, when you think about it. It would fit in a backpack if you didn't have one of these, but these nice, very luxury looking carry bags. You can just put your Kraftgeek in there like that, and there you have it. You have it all set up to go to travel to your next gig or rehearsal, just like that. All right, the Kraftgeek stand works at home, but it also works out on the road if you're practicing with a band or maybe rehearsing with an orchestra of some kind. Here, we're with my band Lampshade in the rehearsal studio. Our vocalist Cameron uses a music stand for his lyric book, which is quite big and quite heavy. And he's had his stand for many years, and so I thought I'd give him one of the Kraftgeek stands to try out. So here we go. I'm going to see what Cameron thinks of this.
She's looking pretty sturdy. Wow. Very sturdy, actually. Yep. That would be, no joke, the sturdiest.
It's like one finger, almost 2 fingers.
The sturdiest stand I've ever. Hey. The sturdiest.
He doesn't need my help.
The sturdiest and simplest music stand I've ever encountered, and that is a first encounter right now.
The coolest thing is it just telescopes open.
Okay, so we just.
Yeah, there you go.
Ho, 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 ho.
Isn't that cool?
Hey.
There's no little turny, twisty things.
I have to admit, I am thus far very impressed. And to be honest with you, that is light as. Mm-hmm. Look at that. Light as, sturdy as. Mm-hmm. That is impressive. That is impressive.
All right, there is the Kraftgeek music stand. I hope you enjoyed that video and hope you enjoyed my look at it. It is a really cool little contraption, and it's really a great piece of musical equipment for your practice routine or even for live gigs. I know I'm going to use it a lot here when I'm learning songs for you guys on this channel here in my little home studio, and I'm going to use it if I do any busking in the future, all right? So there you go. And as I said before, there's a link to this down below in the description box. If you wanted to purchase one of these, you can get 15% off with a special code that's down there just for viewers of my channel here. So that's a special gift from Kraftgeek to you guys watching here on RPM, all right? So thanks very much for watching and have fun with your musical practices. We'll see you in the next video.